And some dope dimes and some coke lines. Give me head all night, come 4 times. Baby girl just wanna smoke a pound. Do an ounce, get some dick, tell her friends about it. Go tell your friends about it. So as I do this more and more, I get like an idea about like what I really want to do. And I personally, I don't want to be that streamer that sits there and talks the whole entire time. Like, I just want to be here. I just want to throw this on and just do what I'm doing. And then whoever stops by, like, I got the chats opened up. Whoever stops by is like, yo, what's good? And I'm just like, yeah, what's good, bro? Like, I'm here. I'm right here. You know what I mean? It's like more of like checking in with the world, but I want to I still want to change that up. Like, I don't want to even it to be like checking in. It's just like, yo, this is what I'm doing right now. Like, when I think about it, it's kind of like saying, uh, I'm checking in for work, but then I want to change that too. I don't want it to be like, yo, I'm checking into work. Like, it's just like this is what I do on a daily. Like, I sit here and then I go on my computer and I work on my book because that's what I'm working on mainly right now. And whoever wants to, if somebody wants to send me a message, they can send me a message. Like, that's how I want it to be. I want it to be like mad chill. I want it to be like everybody can do it because that's how it should be. Like, everybody can stream. You know what I mean? Like, dude, everybody should be able to, but how can you make that possible? And that's how I want it to be. So like even when I'm not even on camera, like you'll know that I'm here. I'm just gonna I'm gonna set the mood, bro. And some dope dimes on some coke line. Give me head all night, come 4 times. Baby girl just wanna smoke a pound. Do an ounce, get some dick, tell her friends about it. Go tell your friends about it. Yeah, like I don't want anybody to feel like, yo, I can't do what this guy's doing. You know what I mean? What do I want to get out of this personally? I don't even know what. Like, I know that I want to, a goal of mine is to become famous, okay? That's a goal. That's a legitimate goal. It's like, yeah, yeah, of course. I don't think anybody doesn't want to experience that. But a lot of people have gave it a quick thought. But just because like they don't think that it can ever happen, they just don't care about it. They're just like, you know what, I don't want to be famous. Like I don't really care to be famous. What's the point of doing that? Like nobody's ever had a real sit down and talk like with everyone. Like I believe that it should be a conversation to be had when like you're born, bro. It's like, yo, you're born and what's the conversation that you're gonna have? Like you're 5 years old and everybody just sits down with you and they're like, you know what? You know that you can become famous, right? And it's like, okay, I can become famous. Do you want to be famous? It's a question, just a question, just to make it like legit. You know, just sit down and be like, yo, so what do you think about this? Do you think this is something that you want to do? Because like when we sit down and talk to people about like what they want to be, like what career they want to be, we do this to children where it's like you can be anything that you want. And it's like, okay, I can be anything that I want. Is that really true? And the fact is, like, that's not true whatsoever. Like, you can't be anything that you want. You want to be one thing. Like, you were born to do one thing. And your job is to go out into the world and find out what that one thing is. And then when you find that one thing, then it's like, boom, okay. Okay, this is what you do. It's not, you can be anything that you want. No, it's not, bro. Like, I get where they're going with it. They're trying to say like, okay, you can be anything that you want, man. You will be something. You'll be something. We don't know what it is. But telling them that you could be anything that you want, I feel like that's misleading. I truly feel like that's misleading. Yeah, but like, I don't want to, I'm not going to sit here and talk the whole time. I'm just going to do what I need to do today and just be on live. Just be like, yo, what's good? I'm going to listen to some music that I can't really share with you guys, unfortunately. Like, I'm about to listen to The Weeknd. Like, this copyright thing goes so far. Like, I can't do it because I'm streaming to YouTube as well. I'm streaming on both platforms. So I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. And I'm not sure how I should focus myself on one or the other. You know what I mean? Like, should I focus on Twitch or should I focus on YouTube? So YouTube, I have 45 followers, 48 now. I just gained like 3 more followers or 2 more followers. Very slow progress on YouTube. Very slow progress. But like, if anybody was to hear, no, if anybody was to like listen to my podcasts, I don't think they would be following me. Personally, I don't think you would be following me. Like, the things that I talk about on my podcast are really radical ideas. Like, it's not the same ideas that everybody thinks. Like, I made this one video where I was talking about how we shouldn't really, like, okay, we can blame the higher ups, like the millionaires and the billionaires. We can blame them. Yes, we can blame them. But I said, who put them there? And we should really look at those people and also put the blame on them too. And somebody commented, they were like, yo, I don't think that's the right way to do it because they're the ones that are, the higher ups are the ones that are screwing us over. And if it wasn't for them, then my friends would be alive. And I was like, yes, no, I understand, but who put them up there? That's how I see it. You know, that's the question that I'm asking. Like, who put those people up there, bro? You know, it's the people next to you that put them up there. And because they put them up there, they are ruling. And they always say how for them to be overruled, it's the people that can do it. Like, I get that we don't have a lot of power because we don't. It seems like we don't, but we hold all the power because who votes for these people? Who puts them on top? That's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, it's the people next to us, bro. Like, you're sitting there wondering how many votes Trump got for the election, and do we have that many millionaires and billionaires? Are there 1 million billionaires? No, there's very little of them. They only get one vote, bro. They only get one vote. But then people will start arguing. They'll be like, no, they don't get one vote because they put all this money into their campaign. And it's like, yeah, they put all their money into the campaign, but who is voting? Who is influenced by that information that's given by the rich people? It's the dull-minded people. It's the sheep people. It's like, yo, it's them. Unfortunately, it's the people that don't really that think that there's safety in the rich people. You know, there's a reason why people vote for those rich people. It's because they think that they will protect them. There's a reason. Like, if they're rich, it's for a reason. I keep saying there's a reason. If they're rich, it's for a reason. So that's why these people vote for them, because they're like, if they can gain money, then they must be good people. You know, that's how we associate money now. Now, a lot of money means that you're a good person, but that's not true, guys. Everybody knows that. There's a lot of people with money that are straight dickheads. They're very mean people. They're not compassionate whatsoever. The way they deal with people is not right, and yet they have all the money. Yeah, it's kind of like what happened in France. And in France, they got tired of the monarchy and they rose up and killed them. Nothing really changed afterwards. It was just a new name, a new head. You know, cut off one snake's head, you know, 5 will grow back. That Hydra shit, you know what I mean? So they got rid of monarchy and started setting in democracy. And everybody thinks that democracy is like the way that it goes, but like you see places like Haiti where they've been trying to establish a democracy and it doesn't work for them. Like my parents always say, they're like, well, my mom says this, back when Papa Doc was in power, it was, the streets were much safer, you know, planes were able to fly and stuff like that. But a lot of people will say, like, in order for change to happen, the road is not going to be clear. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be straightforward and whatnot. The path to righteousness is not always the easiest. So do I think that democracy works? It's okay, I guess. Democracy can definitely overshadow good. Like, I believe that a lot of people can believe in the wrong thing because they have a veil over their eyes. And, you know, it happens a lot in books. It happens a lot in movies. Like, everybody thinks that they're doing the right thing, but really they're fighting for the wrong people. Like in Game of Thrones, people fight for the Lannisters. Like Littlefinger and everybody else, they fight for the Lannisters just because they just want everything to be stable. Not because the Lannisters are good people, but because they bring stability. And that's what a lot of people fight for. When they think about what they want in life, they're like, yeah, I would rather it be stable than unstable. And I will fight for whoever can bring that stability. And, you know, I'll fight for them. You know, no, it's not really about right or wrong anymore. And I think that's what this world is made of so far. It's just a bunch of people that want stability and they don't want to fear anything. And for change to happen, you have to have fear. But people run away from fear. Once they get scared, they're like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore, bro. And it's like there's a lot of people that don't have that choice in life. There's a lot of people where shit gets real scary and they have no choice but to move forward. And those are the people that we learn from. You know, those are the people that bring the real changes. All right, I'm going to stop talking for a little bit. I'm going to focus on what I need to do. Yo, this Hohem. The problem with Hohem, bro, it's a cool gimbal and whatnot, but do you know it runs out of power if you don't plug it in? Like, that sucks. How do you run out of power? So I'm sorry, I have so many ideas that I do want to talk about that I don't, like when I put a camera on, I always have stuff to say and I don't realize it. Like I've learned this about myself, like I need to have time to vent. And if I don't have that time to vent, it builds up. And then when it builds up, it's like, oh, crud. Here we go. I have a lot to say. So, you know, doing live and everything, maybe it's not for everybody. Maybe I should stop saying that. I don't think, maybe it's not for everybody. Like, everybody can do it. I do see a way for everybody to do it. But you would have to quit your job. You would have to live probably on, you know, government assistance to really focus and do what you need to do. It's just like, how do you stream every day? Do you do it from work? And there's a lot of people that do it from work, but like you can get in trouble for doing that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I remember I saw this one guy, he films as he works in Costco and Amazon. And, you know, he got in trouble for it a little bit, but they were just like, you know, you just can't film inside the building, but once you get outside the building, you can film all you want. You could film your driving, you can film that, but inside the building, you can't do it. Because like when you get big, people start noticing you. People are like, yo, I don't know how people notice other people though. I truly don't know. Because people notice me from my shorts. Like people don't have the attention span for my longer form videos. That's why I started moving towards live, because I was thinking, I was like, you know what? What's the point of creating videos that I have to upload? And the whole process of like uploading is getting hectic. Like, it's just like, I don't even want to upload these things. You know what I mean? Like, they're great videos. I make some great short form videos. But overall, like, do I want to upload them at the end of the day? You know what I mean? It all goes by feeling. I don't do anything unless I feel like doing it. I don't do anything unless I feel like doing it, because I just don't feel like telling myself to do shit that I don't want to do. Yeah, I was supposed to call May, but I'm just going to give that a second. Like, I'm thinking she wants to get a job right now. You know, I'm just sitting there like, bro, why would you get a job if somebody's paying you already? Like I don't it frustrates me, you know what I mean? Like I don't she it's very hard to focus, I'm not going to lie. That's not something. I went from 0 to 100 on Twitch. Oh, that's interesting. But I'm not someone that's going to be like, you can you can really focus and it's easy to focus. Like I fall out of focus very easily. You know what I mean? And you have to sometimes rely on like other people in order to gain that focus back. But nah, I don't think you have to rely on other people, honestly. It all comes from you. Like everything comes from you. You know what I mean? Like, how did I start focusing? When I started smoking weed and then I started to get schizophrenia, and it was all a path for me to start focusing a little bit more, focusing a little bit harder. Like, to gain the amount of focus that I have right now would take lifetimes in order to get that. And you got to realize that what you're just doing it in one lifetime. To think that the only thing that you're supposed to do in this lifetime is to work your 9 to 5 is ridiculous. Like, it's scary. Like, why would you think that you came to this earth to work for somebody else? You know what I mean? That's what people don't get, bro. It's like, yo, bro. Like, people don't realize it. Like, they're like, yeah, this is what life is. This is how we do it. And we're just going to keep doing it because, life is tough. But life is pretty good the way that it is. We don't have much to think about. I just don't want to be scared. You know what I mean? But you have to sit down and really think and ask yourself, like, did I really come here just to work for somebody else and just to die at the end of my life? Like, am I not here for something bigger? And people don't want to ask themselves that. That's why they have religions, because it's easier to bet on someone else than yourself. Yo, that should be a quote. I'm going to write that down. It's easier to bet on someone else than yourself. Because betting on someone else, because they do all the work. They do all the sacrifice. And you just cheer. You're just a cheerleader. You can become the best cheerleader around, but at the end of the day, all you do is cheer. What did I say? I said you could become the best. What? You can. I forgot. Whatever. Whatever. That's still caught on camera. You know what I mean? Like, that's the point. So I got the Venus Live too, but this thing gets hot, bro. This thing gets very, very hot. And I don't think people realize that. Like, it gets very, very hot. And when it gets hot, I think it just stops working. And it's supposed to work 24/7, But I bought this thing used, so I'm very disappointed in myself. I'm about to get changed real quick. Hold up. I'm very disappointed in myself for buying it used. Like when I tell other people to buy stuff, I'm telling them straight up. It's like, don't buy it used. Make sure you buy it new. It's like, but I save like $50 if I buy it used. It's like that $50 is not worth the headache of not knowing if your product works or not. If it works well or not. That's the biggest thing that biggest problem that I have with this purchase that I got from B&H Photo. It was so dumb. It was like, bro, I saved $50 buying it used. And it's like, why would you save $50, bro? Just spend the extra $50 and you get something that hasn't been touched before. I'm not sure if the person that had this last dropped it or not. And you just shouldn't trust these companies. Like, some people just really don't care. They really don't care. Like, they won't do the thorough investigation that they need to do in order to figure out if the product still works or not. That's what sucks about it. Like, I can't trust you, bro. Because there's so many different things that go into testing it out. Like microphones, you need to go outside and check to see if the what's it called, the what do you call that, the soundproof, I forgot what that's called. The noise reduction works right. Like, I bought microphones that were open box from Best Buy, and when you put this noise reduction on, you can still hear everything, bro. Everything. And I'm just like, bro, what? And I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to work or not, because, you know what I mean? Like, I bought it used. If I bought it new and it did that, then I have no complaints. Like, buying used stuff just brings more complaints. But I do remember that Joey's dad, he buys stuff used. Like, he loves to buy stuff used. And I'm just like, I don't know how you do that, bro. But he's accumulated so much garbage. Like, he got all these pickaxes and shovels for free or, used. And like, he gave some to me and all of them are falling apart. Like, none of them worked. The one time that I needed to use them, bro, it didn't work. It just fell apart. I'm just like, bro, this is because you bought this stuff used. All right, I got changed. So the next thing I need to do, I think for anybody that live streams, what you need to do is you need to create a list of like things that you need to do and follow that list. Like, one, I'm going to Hohem gimbal. And then two, I'm going to edit book. 3 if I want. In between, I'm going to scan documents. You know what's scary? Thinking outside the box. Because when you think outside the box, you get into a lot of trouble. And I just watched a video about this guy talking about he made the dab shirts, the ugly sweater thingamajiggy. He made a dab sweater for Christmas, and he did it behind 2 Chainz's back. This is not really thinking outside the box. Like, this is just marketing. Like, he used 2 Chainz's social media to promote his stuff without telling 2 Chainz. And then 2 Chainz, like, he calls him up afterwards. He's like, yo, what's on my Instagram? And he's like, look, I did this behind your back, but we're at like 2 million sales right now. And 2 Chainz was like, all right, just let me know what happens. Like, he could have gotten real big trouble for it, but he didn't, because he thought outside the box. I don't really count that as thinking outside the box. Like, that's more of you're just using a star's influence for your own ideas, and that idea could have easily flopped. But I get where he's going with it. He's just saying, like, yo, not think outside the box, but don't be afraid to get in trouble for your ideas, is what he's saying. Bro, I need a bigger desk, bro. I need a bigger desk. For sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, but what do I mean by, like, I get in trouble for thinking outside the box? It's just like stuff that other people don't do. You start thinking of like doing those things, and you're just like, I feel like this is a good idea. Like, this would get me some money. I've thought about this before, and now it's like manifesting into something else, and I'm not sure what I should do with it. Those type of ideas. I'm trying to think of what I should do. Like, I get that online is a popularity contest, and I don't think I'm winning. You know, it's a popularity contest. That's what a lot of people say. That's what they label it. It's just like, dude, what do you have that other people don't have, that other people want? So, like, is my camera the best thing around? Absolutely not. Like, if you see it from my camera, it looks really nice compared to like online. Like, if you're reviewing this online and you saw it on my camera, you're like, yo, your camera looks so much better than what is streaming online. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But like, if I had a better camera to work with, would I get more views and stuff like that? And if you were to ask AI would be like, no, it doesn't matter what type of equipment that you have, as long as you have like original content and, you know, it's a really niche thing to do, like whatever you're working on, like whatever you think will work, you should be able to gain traction. And I don't see that, bro. I don't see that. Oh my gosh. No, but I'm thinking of like different apps that I can build, and I started building one app. So one app is in the works. I'm using Lovable, and I know what they say about Lovable. They Everybody says something bad about something else. Like, but you got to realize that when they're talking about like apps, Lovable is not an app. It's a website. So you got to do your research. Like these people are talking about like they're like, why would you use Lovable? Lovable doesn't allow you to transfer over the data into other things, and they don't allow you to upload it to the app store. And then they give you other options, and these options are like really bad options. Like if you were to do your research and check on these other options that they give you for website building and app building, it's really not good. Like Caffeine, compared to Lovable, if you try to use Caffeine, you would use a lot more credits per day than you would use with Lovable. Like Lovable, you're allowed to change how it looks for free, but with Caffeine, you have to pay for that. So you have to really watch out when they talk about stuff like that with app building apps. I feel like online holds you accountable for who you are. Like when I'm on camera, I'm a much nicer person. I do like what I need to do. I'm just actually no. I'm just a much nicer person to other people when I'm on camera. Like if I have a camera on me and I'm walking through like New York, and whoever catches my eye, if I catch their eye, I'm like, "Hi, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?" Like I just feel like a lot of people don't see the power that what filming does for them. You know, everybody thinks that you have to act in front of a camera, but we're changing how that works. You know, we're changing that stigma because now it's like live streaming. This is not acting. I'm not acting whatsoever. This is legitimately me. Just 100% just doing what I'm doing. It's really interesting. But you still have those people that make TikToks and they practiced a dance for like, you know, a good 3 days or a week. They practice a dance for a week, and then they get in front of the camera and they do that one dance and they're like, yes, I feel accomplished. And you know, they're starting to say like what we're starting to look for is more authenticity when it comes to these things, when it comes to online stuff. Like we're moving away from the scripted things and we're looking for more genuine stuff. Yo, so I went to therapy today, and I was talking to my therapist. I was talking to Brianna. I don't like saying like therapist and therapy. Like I went to see a friend today. I feel like we should start saying it like that. Like I talked to my friend today. Oh, what did you guys talk about? Like we talked about some real interesting stuff. It just makes it easier to have a conversation with other people when you phrase it like that. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's just like it's just more humane. You know what I mean? But anyway, I was talking to Brianna today, and we're talking about how my sister doesn't pay me my money on time. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? She she constantly asks me to remind her. I remind her. She doesn't answer half the time, and other times she just completely forgets. And she's been doing this over and over again, and she's done this for a full month at one time. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and keep reminding you when you're going to tell me a lie. You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to get it to you, and you never get it to me. And so I'm like, all right, this is how this is going to work. Let's see how this works. So I just purposely didn't tell her. I was just like, I'm not going to remind you. If you remember, you remember. If you don't remember, then that's fine with me. A month passed. Then I was like, you know what? Let me remind her. That's what I was planning on doing. I was like, I'll wait for a month for her to try to remember. And if she doesn't remember, then I'll tell her. So I tell her after the month, and then she's like, oh, okay, I got you. Turns out, by waiting a month, it increased the amount that she owed me, right? So at first she owed me $390. So now, at first she owed me $390 every 2 weeks. So if I wait a month, that becomes $780. So now it's $780. And I'm like, okay, you owe me $780 now. And she's like, okay, I'm going to send it to you. So she's like, I'm going to send the whole thing to you. She tries to send the whole thing. Turns out that her bank doesn't allow her to send more than $500 at a time. So I'm like, this just backfired on me, this whole thing. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, maybe it's because the amount that she owes me is so small that it doesn't register in her mind to be like, oh, I have to send him his $390. Maybe a big amount is going to get in her head. You know what I mean? It's like maybe a bigger amount is going to help you think. I don't know. Maybe it's going to help you think. And that shit backfired on me, bro. Because it's like, bro, we can't send you can't send more than $500 at a time. So then she's like, oh, okay, I can't send more than $500 at a time. I'm gonna send it to you. I'll send it to you. Wait, what is this? How does this work? Okay. Yeah. I'll send you the other five. I mean, I'll send you $500 now, and then I'll send you, you know, the other $370 that I, wait, what? Oh, it was like 900. I think it went up to like, no, 700, 800. See, this is what I mean, bro. She's starting to confuse me, and that's pissing me off. Because now it's like you owe me so much money. Now I'm starting to fumble. Like I don't even know how much you owe me. Then I get screwed over at the end if I'm not following this. So I really have to like get. I was thinking of making an Excel sheet for her to be like, yo, bro, this is how much you owe me. This is how much you paid, you know, because I'm starting to get confused. Oh, thank God I text everything. Because I was like, yo, if I don't text this stuff to you, like basically what you have to do is if she's like mismanaging my money, it doesn't even matter that she's my guardian, but it kind of does. But if she's mismanaging it, I could send that over to the proper authorities and they'll be like, all right, you can't manage his money anymore. He has to take care of his money. So that's why I send text messages. And luckily I send them so well. I write out like exactly how much she owes. Like this is from 4 weeks ago, and then this is from 2 weeks ago, and this is due today. Send $870. Please read this before you do whatever you're doing. You owe me $870. Then I was like, hello, because she doesn't answer. That's the annoying thing about her. It's like she sees the text and then she's just like, oh, so 370. You owe me 390 by this Friday. To make it easier, I'll add the total today. 370 owed plus 390 on Friday equals 760. Amount due 760. So I'm just gonna do my due diligence. I'm just gonna be like really nice about it. I'm gonna be like, hey, you forgot to send me money today. Can you send it again? Can you please send it? And I'm gonna go to court. I'm gonna be like, yo, so I was being really nice. Like, y'all can see this. Can she not be my guardian anymore? Like, I don't understand. Because I've already talked about it over with my therapist and my psychiatrist. My therapist straight up said, she was like, you're not incapacitated. And I was like, okay, thanks. And my psychiatrist, he was like, yo, he gave me the runaround. Like, he explained it so, it took him so long to explain. But at the end of the day, he was just like, you're not incapacitated. If she's taking advantage of you, then yes, you should fight it. But if she's not taking advantage of you, then maybe you shouldn't fight it. But at the end of the day, you know, you're not incapacitated. I'm just like, that was really long-winded. Like, damn, bro, like, what the hell? But my therapist today, she was just like, how about you ask if somebody else can take over this responsibility? Because it seems like Belinda doesn't have a handle on it. She's just not doing well. I'm like, all right, yeah, I could ask my other sister. But really, what I really want to do is get rid of this whole little agreement. It's just like, it wasn't even an agreement. Like, she took over when I was vulnerable. That's like, in America, that's considered rape. This is that whole argument of like, if the girl was drunk and you had sex with her, is that considered rape? See, this is one of the things that I'll start talking about, and people will be like, yo, what are you saying, bro? Like, you make no sense. One thing I would say is like, when you're drunk, I don't think you're completely 100% incoherent. And if you are, let me take this a little further. If you are and you constantly do it, then I think it is kind of your fault. Because if you're getting drunk all the time and you don't remember things from the night before, and you're like, I don't even know what I did. And like sometimes I wake up with a man in my bed and blah blah blah. Like, I think it's kind of your fault. Because you're just not, something's not hitting for you. But I've seen it the other way as well, where it's just like you can't really keep up with it. Like that's the problem with addiction. Like addiction doesn't show itself until it's way too late, until everybody has said something to you and you're still doing it. You know what I mean? That's the problem with addiction. Like you'll be smoking weed. People will be like, yo, you can't even hold a job. Like, why are you smoking weed? And you're just like, no, I'm fine, I'm doing fine. And then 6 months later, you get arrested and for possession and stuff like that. And then it just keeps getting worse and worse. It just keeps spiraling because people like to do the hands off approach where they're just like, I don't want to get in their life and I don't want to start telling them what to do. If they don't see it themselves, then, then we can't really do anything about it. But you really do have to get in their face about it. You do. But a lot of people don't like that. Like they hate the fact that you're sitting there trying to tell them what to do, and you seem like an enemy, and they run off to friends because their friends are like, no, you're doing fine, and you're really not doing fine. That's typically what happens with drugs. So drugs is a place where you get really vulnerable, but I think that you need to take accountability for your actions. Like it depends on like what happened during that assault that you're claiming is an assault. So if you're incoherent and you can't even protect yourself and they're pushing themselves on you and you're trying to fight back, then you got assaulted. All right. Unfortunately, you got assaulted. You're trying to fight back. Like you're viciously fighting back. You're scratching their face. They're punching you in your eye. Like it has to look like you were fighting back. But if you were just in a state where you're just like, I wasn't even coherent. Like I couldn't even fight back. I was just like, I did some ketamine and I was drinking and I fell into a K-hole and they just started having sex with me and I've never met this person before. And, it's just like, did you ever get into that K-hole before? Did that ever happen to you before? But like I said, drugs are tricky. Drugs is a tricky thing. But typically people that do drugs take accountability for their actions. Like, even if they do get assaulted, they don't really talk about it. Because they're like, yo, I was fucked up. Like, I was really messed up. And that shouldn't be a justification, but it still is a point in time where you're just like, I was just really fucked up and it just happened. I'm not going to press charges against this person. Like, why should I? And people are like, no, that's an abuser. Like, you need to start pressing charges. But most of these people let it go because they're just like, you know what? I wasn't even in the right state of mind. I was probably doing all the wrong things. I was probably leading them on. Like, people that do drugs really do try to take accountability for their actions. And sometimes they find themselves in situations where they can't even fight for themselves. And they don't realize it until years later. And that is a good introduction to my book. The whole thing was for my book. I think that I'm rereading it right now to fix it up and edit it with AI and stuff like that because sometimes I would write things and that shit wouldn't even make sense. Like if I don't think that it makes sense whatsoever, I get rid of it. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm going to start doing because I'm gonna fix up this gimbal and then I'm gonna start editing a book and I'm just gonna be quiet like more than half the time. Or I'm gonna talk about it. But that's just going to make the whole editing process take much longer than it should. So I'm not sure what I should do. Okay, I'm gonna fix this gimbal up. Oh, I forgot how to do this. YouTube. How do you do this? YouTube. What I really like about live too, especially for YouTube, it automatically uploads it.
Which is magnetically attached on the L bracket. To securely fasten the L bracket, safety lock prevents the camera from falling off. Unlock the mount latch. Insert the camera assembly, including the quick release plate and L bracket, into the mount by sliding it along the slot. Unlock the mount latch. Camera vertical video mode. Loosen the mount latch. Rotate your specific requirement.
I hope this doesn't get copyrighted. Like this is not copyright, right?
Tighten the mount latch securely. Method 1. You can use the flip-out screen to view the composition while using a camera like Sony ZV-E10. Method 2. When in vertical shoot mode, you can attach accessories to the hot shoe facing outward while using a camera like Sony A7.
I'm thinking about Randy right now. I always think about Randy randomly. But I think about the good times. You ever like smell something? And you're like, oh my gosh, bro, that reminds me of her.
Loosen the vertical tilt lock. Move the camera forward and back until it can remain still and maintain a vertical balance with the ground. Once achieved, tighten the vertical tilt lock.
Okay. May was like, bro, I don't think I could talk to myself like the way that you do because I would go crazy. I was like, yeah, you kind of do have to go crazy in order to do it, bro. There's people that are able to do it, but like you notice that they need energy to feed off of. Like when people go on live, they're like, yo, what's chat saying? Like there's people that have been born, not born, but like have been pampered and they start this off. How do you do this? they start off live streaming with a lot of freaking people. So everything they do is like, oh shit. Everything they do is like people have been cheering them on their whole life. Like, so how do you start from zero, bro? How do you do that? What is wrong with this? Oh, there we go. No. Am I doing this completely? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to stay like straight up. Bro, I was getting pissed off. I'm like, this is stupid. This doesn't work. But I've been doing this for a while now. I've had this gimbal. Like, dumb purchase, though. Very dumb purchase. I should have got a Ray-Ban's camera. Smart watch. I mean, smart glasses. I should have got Ray-Bans instead of this gimbal that I don't need right now. I do not need it. Like, I need other stuff than this. I really do. I really do. Which is why I'm not like going too crazy about Belinda, because she's not giving me my money in a timely manner. No, she's not. But it's helping me save a lot of money. Like, I don't spend money whatsoever because it's not coming in and it's not in my account. So I can't do what I need to do in order to, you know, use it properly, because it's like I just don't have enough money to put in my savings account. I don't have enough money to transfer over to my other bank account. Like, I just can't do it because she's holding all my money. And I was thinking about it like that, and I was just like, okay, maybe she's trying to help me out. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she is doing this from the good of her heart. And then I really started thinking, I was like, why would she be doing that though, without telling me anything? And why would she, like, the stuff that she's doing is kind of like malicious, bro. It's like, why won't you give this kid his money? You know what I mean? Like, why are you holding on to his money so much? You're not. First, it sounds selfish. It sounds ridiculous. It's like she's your sister. She's trying to help you out. That's why she hasn't been giving you the money. She has a lot on her plate. So try to be as accepting as possible. And it's like, yo, bro, I'm being accepting. Like, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing for her. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to annoy her. I'm reminding her the same way that she asked me, but she's making me remind her for like a week, 2 weeks straight. And I'm constantly texting her like, yo, do you remember? Do you remember? Half the time I don't even get an answer. The other half of the time she says, yes, I remember. I'm going to send it to you. Then she never sends it. And it's just like, the shit that she's doing is kind of malicious. Like, it's just like, bro, why did you take control of this person's money if you weren't going to be responsible with it, is my main question. You know what I mean? That's the question that should arise. It's like, that's why they ask you, like, are you being abused? Is she abusing her authority? You know, and that's abuse of authority. You know, it's like think about it in a workplace. If you were in a workplace and your boss keeps telling you, oh, I'm going to pay you your money. And you're like, okay, where's my money at? And they're like, oh, next week. And you're like, okay, I'll wait till next week. And then you're like, okay, next week comes up and you're like, do you have my money? And they're like, no, the following week. Well, I'll get you it. in the following week. And you're like, okay, I'll wait. So you ask yourself, like, is that abuse or not? You have to start asking yourself these serious questions because this is real life. It's not a game anymore. It's never been a game. People will play hardball with you, so you have to play hardball with them. Like this whole guardianship shit. How did he even come by? Like, did I ask for her to be my guardian? No, bro. She took it upon herself to do it. So she is in a position of authority. You know what I mean? And she's abusing her powers. Okay. Now, I'm trying to do this from memory. Memories, oh, carry me, go. Oh, shit. Carry me, go, na, na, na. I forgot how to do this part.
Rotate the tilt arm to make the camera lens point forward.
I did this part without needing any help.
Unlock the quick release plate latch. Move the camera assembly forward or backward until it comes to a stable and motionless position, aligning it parallel to the ground. Once achieved, lock the quick release plate latch. Roll axis balancing.
Oh, okay. So that is what I was looking for. I know how to do that. You know, I feel like I'm planning right now for the future. You know, like everything that you're doing at this moment, you're planning for the future. So every little step that you take, every decision that you make, every experience that you go through is for the future. And the future goes beyond 75 years that we're on this earth. It goes into the afterlife. Like, do people think that there's an afterlife? Like, people that think that there's no afterlife are really ignorant, bro. Like, you think it's gonna end? You truly think it's just gonna end? Bro, it's not gonna end, bro. It's not gonna end, unfortunately. Like, if it was to end, that would be the greatest thing ever. But it's not going to end until you decide that it's going to end. You know what I mean? Like, you have to become a god where you're just like, I don't want to keep living, okay? Like, I just want to be in Elysium for forever. Like, you're going to be doing something, you know what I mean? Like, either you're going to live as a spirit for the rest of your life, you're going to decide to live as a spirit for the rest of your life, or you're going to decide to live as a mortal for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? It's going to be one or the other. But you are going to decide, bro. You're definitely going to decide. It's going to be your decision. Even though it's going to seem like it's not your decision, because it's just going to be like, yo, I'm just living through this. Like, I'm just living, bro. It's going to be like, yeah, you're just living. This is probably going to be copyrighted because they have that specific music. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Shit. Darn it. This is hard. You know what I want to watch? One Piece, bro. I want to watch One Piece. All right, I got this done. So that's if I feel like making a video. That's set up now. So for my Nikon Z30, Nikon. Yo, I bought the Nikon when it was 300, when it was $650. You know how much that thing is right now? $1,000. Bro, Nikon Z30 for $1,000. I bought this for $650. No lie. No lie. Yeah, bro. So if I want to sell it back to B&H Photo, they'll give me about $600 for it because now it's at $1,000. They'll give me about $600. So I lose absolutely no, maybe 550, 500. I lose like $150. Nikon Z30. It's in the SnapBridge account. I thought my sister sent me my money. Nope, it was just it telling me something. That was just my bank saying, yo, she didn't send it yet. Yo. Yo, what's it called? Wiz Khalifa phone numbers. I wish I could play music, bro. They should allow you to play music. They should, bro. They really should. Like, it would be really cool. It would be really cool. I would play phone numbers right now. And at the end, they're like, yo, it's like, what? It's time to get up. It's time to go. It's like, go where? It's time to go. What? Fine, man. I'm getting up. He's like, yo. He's like, I'm up, man. I'm up. I'm coming down right now. He takes a hit of the blunt. That reminded me of my youth. Like, my youth is strictly smoking weed, bro. Like, I focused on having fun instead of taking life seriously. And that's where it has gotten me. This is where it has gotten me. Now I'm in front of a camera. I have a $500 camera that's live streaming for me right now. I'm not live streaming off my phone. My phone is right here. Like I could do it so naturally. I could keep a conversation with myself for a very long time, bro, apparently. But and I could do stuff which is pretty cool. I used to have a lot of trouble trying to do both. Like when I talk to myself, I need to set aside time to talk to myself. Like I have schizophrenia, so I talk to myself, but not really anymore. Um, what I do is I write a lot, but I don't really talk to myself. But the only time that I do talk to myself is when I turn on a camera. That's when I talk to myself. But like, I don't even talk to myself to this extent. Like, it's been an hour now. Yes, I'm in an hour, 17 minutes. I've been talking to myself for a good hour. But I don't want to do that. The reason why I'm saying that is because I know that I need to let it all out because it's been building up. Um, I could just say now it's just more controlled. Like, do I talk to myself as a schizophrenic? Because schizophrenics sometimes do talk to themselves. Do I talk to myself as a schizophrenic? Like, no, I don't. I don't really talk to myself at all. But now it's just more controlled. Like before, when I'm not on my medication, do I talk to myself? Like, yeah, yeah. Like, but I don't know. I've seen people talk to themselves, and they talk to themselves like in front of people. I just always had a little bit more control over it. Like I didn't talk to myself in front of people. But if I had to talk to myself, I would go in an empty room and then I would talk to myself. Like I would be sitting there and I'll be like, yo, Abram, I gotta talk to myself, bro. I need to talk to myself. Like we need to talk. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, we're gonna talk, we're gonna talk. And it's like, no, now, dude. And I was like, all right, fine. So I go in the room and then I just start talking to myself. And honestly, I people are really scared of schizophrenics, and I understand why they're scared of them because things can go left, bro. Things can go left, but it stays pretty straight and narrow for a while. But you can when you go around and you like listen to schizophrenics and their stories, like some of them are scary. Some of them are really scary. Like their stories are just like, oh, I see people walking and so I hear a person telling me to go kill myself. Like there are situations where that does happen and you just have to roll with the punches. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can't even see this, but this is mad dusty. This is a PlayStation 2 controller. I mean PlayStation 4 controller. I really wish I kept my old consoles. I really do. But I sold my Nintendo 64. It was broken anyway. There was something wrong with it. The cord that it connected to the TV, there was something wrong with that. And I couldn't play it either way. But I got rid of it because I needed money for drugs. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm thinking that's how I want it to be. I just want this to be like a cool place that you can come and chill and not feel any obligations to anybody or anything like that. You know, they say that even hard work doesn't even work all the time. And I see that as true. That's definitely true. Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. Absolutely, bro. Even hard work, even hard work doesn't necessarily bring you glory. You know what I mean? How is the lighting though? Let me see something, bro. Oh, this is at 480p. All right, let's look. Let me see something. Let me see something. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I want it to look good even in 480p. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a perfectionist, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's see how that looks. That's too dark, right? Is this too bright? Okay. I want to see this color. This is like daylight. Yeah, I guess it looks all right. It looks better on my camera though. It looks much better on my camera. That's what I don't like about this camera. You know, it's a little. I don't know what I should do with my hair, bro. I'm really like I'm really like not sure what to do with it. I have an idea though to make it look much nicer. Go back to my old haircut style. I'm gonna fix my hair up real quick. Hold up. Bro, I need a haircut. For sure, I need a haircut, bro. My hair looks wild, bro. It does not look good. My hair looks wild, bro. It looks better now, though. But I need a shape up, bro. I need a shape up. Yeah, it's like why would you blow up on a platform? Like what would do that for you? Is my question. Oh, these are short. Let me do these real quick. I know that with girls, it's just like you just have to look good. If you look good, Dude, I lost so much money in Bitcoin. I just lost like $10, bro. Or it dropped so much. Oh my god. It's going right back where it started, bro. Like right now would be a good time to buy it. I lost $6.04 in Bitcoin. That's so not funny. Like, that's so not funny. Um, yo, oh my gosh, that's an idea that I have, bro. So you're gonna buy a business place, right? Don't take my idea, bro. This would suck. If you take my idea, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like, yo, you got that from me, bro. Even spammers help you out, bro. That's how I see it. Cheap viewers, streamboo.com. So you're going to buy a business, right? And then you're going to, it has to be, it has to have windows all around it. Um, you're going to block people, you're going to block yourself from seeing people and people can look inside and people can look inside. So like it's going to be like live. But you're physically there. So like just imagine I'm doing live right now, right? But then I'm doing it in I'm saying a business building because these are the buildings that have the windows all around you and you can look inside pretty easily. So like it wouldn't be in a house because the house only has, two windows. It would be a business because it has windows literally all around. You would get some film that blocks the view of you looking outside because, it's to help you focus. You don't know how many people are looking at you. You have absolutely no idea. You have your cameras set up, your cameras in the building and everybody's watching you online, but then you can come to the building to watch the person in live action. Like literally, because if you're watching it online, there is the smallest bit of lag. But what if you're like, yo, he's at, I'm not gonna say my address, but he's at Stony Road right now, 145 Stony Road. Yo, let's just go see him. And it's like I'm just sitting here, I'm just like working on my book, I'm doing something, I'm making videos, like I'm just living life, and I'm just gonna go get food, I'm gonna make food, and it's just like a sim version of you, but people can like, and it's like, people would have to be respectable and stuff like that, but that is a new way to stream. Like people don't think about that because they're like, no, they can't know where I'm at. But if it's a business building and you're like, all right, this is where I live, but then I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna stream from this office building, and people can see me in this office building. Bro, that would be mad cool. It says I have one viewer, but I don't see anybody. Whatever. All right, so it really sucks for May because she can't figure out something to do without having to go to work. She has the perfect opportunity. She doesn't have to work, but she's choosing to work because she's like, I don't trust the amount of money that I'm getting from Matt. And it's just like, bro, it's no offense, but I think that you are a big problem, honestly, because you don't you don't track your spending. You don't do anything like that. And you're just going around in the world and you're just like, oh, I'm going to spend as much money as possible and not care about the consequences. And I'm going to deal with the consequences when they come. And really, all Matt is saying is like, dude, just track your spending a little more. Like, that's all he wants you to do. But, $1,000 is hard to live off of, but it's possible. And you can do a lot with, $1,000 is more than a lot of people get. That's more than what I get, for God's sake. Like all I get is, let me see, I get $780 a month minus 200. All I get is $500, bro. And she gets $2,000. She doesn't have to work. She doesn't commute. All she does is she goes out and drinks and goes out and parties, and she doesn't pay for big expenses. Like if something costs $1,000, she doesn't pay for that stuff. If something costs $500, she doesn't pay for it. And it's like, you can't live off of that. What do you? It's like she's basically choosing from, yo, I'd rather have nothing than have $2,000. And it's like that's just ridiculous. That's not, you're not really thinking. Like some people do make those arguments. They're like, I'd rather have nothing. Like uh Donald Trump is trying to put in something where your kids get, they start a fund for your kid as soon as they're born, they put $1,000 into it. And if you were to go to Wells Fargo, they match it. So as a little kid, you have $1,000 starting off in your life. You have $2,000, and then it accrues interest. Interest is not going to be that much, bro. What are you going to make? $200 a year? $200 for 18 years? 3,600. So that's interest. If you were to make that much, like, you don't even get that much in interest. I'm talking about a CD. A CD, you get like a 3.9%, 4%, 5%. Let's say it's $200 a year. That's a lot. That's a lot. Well, let's just say you make $200 a year for 18 years. You get $3,600. $3,600 plus 1,000. You have $4,600. And I was like, bro, that's amazing. You know, a lot of people would use it the wrong way though. Like, they would pay for their college with it. They'll be like, give me that $4,000 and I'll pay for my college with it. A big mistake. A big mistake. I don't think that people should be going to college. I think that people should really start trying to find their own way in the world. Very real opinion. Very real opinion. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't go to college. Try your best to make it on your own. Don't go to college. Get your own apartment. Absolutely. Because that's the only way you'll become financially literate. Because there's a lot of people that go around and they're financially illiterate. Like, no offense, but May is financially illiterate. She doesn't know how to spend money. She doesn't know how to save it. She doesn't know how to build her credit. She doesn't know anything. She's 30 years old now. And I'm just sitting there looking at her. I'm just like, bro. Like, this is what I say. I'm like, you have so much potential. You have so much potential. And you just squander it, bro. You just squander it. And it's like, she's not even trying. Like, she can make it look like she's trying, but she's really not even trying. Because everything is going to get paid off for her. Everything is going to get handed to her. And that's how she lives. She's like, this is how I live. I'm a cute girl, so guys are going to do this for me. And I'm like, okay, that's good for you, but what are you learning? And she's not learning anything. And now she has to get a job in New York. And she's not ready to work. Like, she wants to go into sales. Sales is not real, bros. That's not a real job. I'm sorry, bro. That's not a real job. You go around talking to people. Yo, this job is tiring. Nah, but sales, nah, bro. Hey, man, if you want it to work for you, it can work for you. You know, instead of being so negative, maybe I could give her some pointers and really burn her out. Because that's what you're supposed to do to yourself. You're supposed to burn yourself out and really look at your options. But the older you get, the more pressure you feel. So I did it at a perfect time at 21 years old, where I was like, you know what? Forget this, forget that. I'm going to try to focus on being happy. Doing that at 21 is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy, bro. Doing that at 21, when you're just like, yo, bro, I'm just going to be happy. I'm just going to listen to myself. I'm not going to work. I'm going to try to start a business. And if this business fails, then so be it. A lot of people don't have that type of mindset. You know what I mean? And it sucks for them. It sucks. But a lot of people try to do it at different times in life. And she can very well be one of those people that gets it together at like 50 years old and starts a business and becomes successful. The one thing that May does have is the ability to communicate and make friends. She can go into a bar and make friends with almost every other person there. Can she keep those friends? Probably not, but regardless, she's the one that made that spark. She's the spark of a conversation. She is the spark. Without that spark, it's not going to light the gunpowder, and the gun is not going to go off. So the fact that she's the spark means that that gun has a 50-50 chance of going off now. It has a 50-50 chance. Yeah, yeah. I hate rich niggas. God damn it. Because I ain't really having not, damn it. This thing only works for 3 hours. So I'm going to test it out. I'm going to see how long this goes for. I'm going to edit my book. Wow, that thing is hot, bro. That guy was right. I saw a video about him talking about the Venus Live 2, and he was like, yo, bro, it gets hot. It gets real hot. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, no, it doesn't. But I was only streaming, I was only taking videos. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. But if a plane crashed and it only killed his lame ass, then I wouldn't complain. I forgot the rest of the song. Listen to some music. Sorry, guys, there's no music for you, but there's music for me. There is no music for you, but there is music for me. I do want my friends to Oh, do you think like people pay for viewers? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I just got natural raw talent, bro, for this. I have natural raw talent, bro. Like literally. It's just talent that I've gotten from hell, you know what I mean? But I lied to me and to you. I never stay, but if I OD, I want you to hold me right beside you. Still unsure if it is a good idea to acquire a 24-hour shift versus a 10-hour-a-week shift. Both shifts are available to be done. The longer shift gives more opportunity for mistakes. The lesser paid option gives peace of mind. It is versatile. I woke up on the same time today. Last night I changed the sleep. I got up at the same moment and put on my black jogger pants. Refuse to let go. I refuse to let go. Although there is clearly a problem, the decision to hospitalize me was made by an outside party. A party in doing so had no part in overall medical need. The judge, who has no education in the medical field, has been asked to make decisions that a doctor should make, surrounded by a group of people who are not considered. And see someone I love, oh, someone I love. Run a test on the motherboard. Bullen acts as if she can talk. The method of communication is similar to the way Megan and Oxygen speak. They do not digest language well enough. Nod when it. Wait, how to purchase items for computers? The computer was one of the items that was listed to include the best product possible to purchase at the time. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Found a way to mimic homelessness. Screw over the wrong one and it will be told to your face. Guess I wanted to see how it goes down. I'm getting a headache, bro. That's not good. I talk too much, bro. I hurt myself. I hated myself. The only reason why I drink Coca-Cola is quite literally for the caffeine, bro. So if somebody were to create a drink, okay, I just thought of something else. If somebody were to create a drink, I'm gonna put that in my ideas and thingamajiggy. A carbonated drink with 48 milligrams of caffeine. Because I'm telling you, they always overdo it, bro. Like I don't need 200 milligrams of caffeine in my drink. Like, that's too much, bro. It's because nobody feels it. Nobody feels it. They're like, nah, whatever, dude. I didn't even realize I drank anything. I need to stay awake. But it's like smoking weed, bro. Like, you gotta realize that one bong hit affects you just as much as 5 bong hits. And once you start realizing that, then you'll start be able to go through your day. Like, a person that takes one edible a day versus a person that takes 5 edibles on one day once a week, they don't know what they're doing, bro. It's moderation, bro. It's definitely moderation. Who is more powerful in that sense? People would be like, well, the person that takes 5 edibles in one day for one day of that week, uh, they seem like they know what they're doing. It's not disrupting their work. They're very much in control. The person that takes one edible per day every day seems a little bit more out of control. It seems like they have an addiction. It's like, nah, bro. Nah, bro. You got it all wrong. You don't know what addiction is, bro. Like, there's 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 a lot of misconceptions and ideas out there. And I'm telling you, what I'm here to tell you is that what you think is right and good and the only way that this world works is not like that whatsoever. It's not. Absolutely not. It's completely different. There's so much more freedom that we are supposed to be given that we're not given. There's so much hope in this world that has been put in a 6 feet 6 foot deep grave, and there are people guarding that 6 foot deep grave so that nobody checks to see if there's a real body in there or not. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much opportunity that's available to us that we cannot see and we cannot grasp because they will not allow us to get a handle on it. They will not allow us to do it. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I messed it up. I wish you could see more of like what I'm doing. Give me all you need. Give me all you need. Baby, give me all. Give me all you need. Yo, this dream was so immersive. Like that's crazy. Like I would write my dreams like because my dreams started becoming mad vivid, and it was so vivid that I could wake up and write it out, and I would completely forget about it, of course. But it's written out, and like if you read it, you'll be like, "Yo, you remember that much of your dream?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro." Like once I started taking my medication, like my dreams started becoming really immersive, and it got a little annoying for a time where it was just like, why am I dreaming this? Like, this is depressing. Like, it started getting depressing. Like, if depression had a definition and the definition was dreams, that's what it felt like. I felt very depressed when I had those dreams. Like, even if they were good dreams, like, I would wake up, I would be like, yo, I'm so tired, bro. I felt like I just lived in another world. And now I have to live in this world. And I have to make this world as adventurous as my dream, So like, it's like now it's in competition. Like, how good was your dream? I was like, oh, it was mad good. Now I have to wake up and make it feel like it's the same thing. Like today, I literally had a dream about it was like I can't really explain it, but it was mad clear and it was like a boat in the water and I was just looking at it and it must have been from like a storm or something. The dream was very immersive. But what I got from it was like, yo, you should start live streaming. And I'm like, because typically when I have dreams, they make me think of things that I can't have or bad things that I shouldn't be doing. Like, for example, oh, you should hit up your ex girlfriend, you should hit up Randy. And I tell myself, I'm like, no, no, don't hit her up, don't hit her up, because I don't know why she doesn't message me back, she doesn't interact with me whatsoever. I figured out why later on, but whatever. I was like, no, I can't message her. So I would each night I would have a dream about her, and I would be sitting there. I'm like, oh my god, the dreams were bad too. Like they were always like, at first she was mine, she was my girlfriend, and then other guys came in and they wanted to have sex with her and stuff like that, and it made me very depressed because I'm like, this kind of like what happened in real life. Like she was always with another guy and she wasn't with me, and in my dream I see it firsthand and I relive it, and I'm like, this is why I don't want to message her, this is why I don't want to do it. And I just keep having dreams about her. They're different dreams, all of them are different. Like I rarely have dreams that are the same anymore. And it would be each night, it would be like Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. I would have these dreams about her. And then I would be like, you know what, fine, I'll say something to her. So I just send a hey, like, hey, how you doing? But all I send is hey, because I'm like, yo, I don't want to act desperate. And then after I send a hey, the next night, I wouldn't dream about her. So it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, you're schizophrenic and you have these dreams and they make you feel like you have to do stuff. And people would get scared of that because they're like, oh no, he could do something bad. Like, what if he starts hearing bad voices? Is he's going to start doing what they tell him to do? I don't know, bro. But typically, all the things that I'm supposed to do they're not bad things. Like, when I feel forced to do them, they're not bad things. They're just like things to get to the next day, like texting my ex girlfriend. Because she loved me. I know she loved me at one point. She definitely did. And the way that she played with me, it wasn't helping anybody out. Like nobody was gaining anything. Like I still got to have sex with her. She she got her rocks off with me, and like we couldn't even have consistent sex anymore because her parents moved back into the house with her and whatnot. But It was good that we stopped though, because we didn't use protection. And I didn't have a vasectomy at the time. Now I have a vasectomy. But what what happens now is that I have to have a reason to do something. You have to give me a reason, or else I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? So how am I live streaming today? It's because I had that dream this morning. I had, or last night. Was it last night or this morning? It's last night. I had a dream last night where it was like, yo, live stream, do it, do it. You really should do it. I'm like, all right, whatever. So my whole day I've been setting up for this live stream. And if I enjoy it, then I might do it again and do it again and do it again. But I know what live streaming consists of. It's like you just have to be consistent, and people have to grab on it. And it's not even for the people at this point, because nobody is watching my stuff as of now. But like, imagine 10 years from now and you've been live streaming, you know, at least once or twice a week. Like, where are you going to be? How many people are you going to have in your live streams? And it's only, you just need to convince one person. You just need to convince one freaking person, bro. You just need to convince one person. That's all that it's going to take. Once you convince that one person, then you skyrocket, bro. You just start, you launch, and you have to be ready for it. Whoa, whatever makes you break. Whoa, it was never my intention to brag. Steal it all away from you now. But God, does it feel so good? Well, I got it where I want it now. You should. Because God, it just feels so. It just feels so good. I've watched your wildest dreams come true. Not one of them involving you. I've watched my wildest dreams come true. Not one of them involving. Oh my gosh, this song is so good. Because I got it where I want it now. Well, it was never makes you brave. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. You believe God. Well, yeah. You believe God is a woman. You know, that song is not that good, bro. Like, I don't know why I have it in my playlist. Red Pen. I think I'm going to. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I think I'm going to. What was I going to say? I definitely need to pause this live. I could easily come back on. Like, that's not a problem. These are my blue light glasses. They're not as stylish as I want them to be. They look clunky, bro. You believe God. God is a woman. Oh, yeah. Dude, they're playing all of my bad songs right now. Huh, huh. You don't know. It's 14 degrees, bro. If you ever got famous, would you let just anybody come through? Honestly, I see it as like competition. Like, if you let them beat you mentally, like if you think about them and you get mad about them, they beat you mentally. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Like when I was dealing with Akil, with Randy, like I want to always be that guy that's like, girl, I don't care if you have a guy friend or you have an ex boyfriend that you still talk to. Like, I don't ever want to have feelings like that. And once I do start having feelings like that, this is why. Once I do start having feelings like that, I'm going to start treating the girl badly. And I don't ever want to do that. And I probably start treating the girl badly as soon as I hear that they have an ex boyfriend that they still talk to. But I just don't want to be like that. Like, give me a reason why I should break up with you. And this is why I think making videos will become a very big thing. It's going to become a very, very big thing because now everybody's watching everyone. Somebody is always online, somebody's always doing something. And, you know, what we don't realize is that our friends are one of the biggest assets that we have. And even if they made fun of you before, as long as they know who you are, that that gives you so much more leverage in life. Because like, even if I had a bully and that bully comes into my chat and says something, you know what I mean? They're like, yo, this is a pretty cool stream. What kind of camera are you using? Am I gonna be like, yo, get the out of here, get out of here, bro? Like, nobody wants you here. Like, no, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to have that type of anger, because that's what gets you in a gang mentality mindset where you're like beating on one person because you think that you're better than them. You know what I mean? Like, that's how my friend thinks, and I don't think that that's a good idea. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about the fight that me and May had. Bro, it was funny as hell. She repeated back like what I do to her when we're in fights. And I was just like, that's fucking hilarious. And she's like, I started doing that too to people, and people want to punch me in the face. The way I deal with fights are hilarious. I'm just like, okay, you want to win? Okay, how do you want to win? Okay, did you win yet? Are you not done? Okay, you didn't win yet. Now did you win? Okay, you won. Good job. Bro, it's fucking hilarious. It is fucking hilarious. Two hours, 45 minutes. 4 o'clock. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream here. I'm gonna go eat something real quick, and then I'm gonna start it right the fuck back up, bro. I'm hungry, bro. Flipping hungry. Say no, I can never say no. We just gotta stay close. We just gotta stay close. Tell them boys to take it as a warning. Walk alone, but we with an army. Not till everybody reaches. That's all, that's all, that's all. Mm. All right, I'm gonna figure out how to end this live stream. I like live streaming, I really do. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna end this. Peace out, guys. Hope you enjoyed. This is going right up on YouTube in a little bit. It's gonna automatically do it. I don't even have to do anything. That's what is so cool about this, bro. But yeah. I'm gonna keep on going on Twitch. I'm gonna see, yo, do people like me here or not? Because I can go on Kick. So there's three of them. There's YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. I'm gonna see which one gives me more viewers. Honestly, you have to cheat in life, bro. That's what I learned, bro. You gotta cheat in life.